We're learning disturbing new details about the madman who carried out the massacre in Dayton. She was down. 24-year-old Connor Betts fantasized about killing people as far back as high school. We found eerie photos on his MySpace page showing his face covered in a bandana. In another, he's wearing a gas mask. He posted these bizarre writings: bloody massacre, absolute carnage, and all shall be annihilated. He also tweeted, "I am going to hell and I'm not coming back."
There were fewer students and more security today at Bellbrook High School.
In 2012, he scrawled a hit list of classmates on the bathroom wall at Bellbrook High School. Another depraved list consisted of girls he wanted to rape. He was suspended but was later allowed to re-enroll. He graduated in 2013. On social media today, one former classmate described him as a walking time bomb. Connor threatened to seriously hurt women who rejected him, myself included. On Sunday morning, Betts turned his sick fantasies into reality. Among the 9 he shot to death, his own 22-year-old sister, Megan. The terror was caught on surveillance video.
Shot fired! Shot fired! Shut the whole street down!
The video shows people fleeing. Hero police officers move in and take the killer down in less than 30 seconds.
We think there's one shooter. He is down.
Authorities say hundreds could have been slaughtered had he made his way into Ned Pepper's bar. But the carnage Betts caused will never be forgotten.
Every single medic from every local agency here, we have mass casualties yesterday. Get them all coming.
Flowers and candles mark the spots where victims died today. Democratic presidential candidate Tim Ryan was at the scene of the shootings.
Don't feel safe. They're walking around and they think there's not a place they could go in the United States where they feel safe. They can't go to City Hall. They can't go to church. They can't go shop at Walmart. They can't go out and have a few beers on Saturday night.
At a vigil Sunday, 9 doves were released, one for each of the victims.
And just hours before the massacre in Dayton came news of the mass shooting at that Walmart in El Paso, Texas. At the time, it was packed with customers shopping for back-to-school supplies. Now, in the wake of the shooting, people around the country are wondering about their own safety.
It was supposed to be a fun day, shopping for back-to-school supplies. In an instant, the summer ritual turned into a nightmare. Stephen Fabian is in El Paso.
Just over my shoulder is the main entrance to the Walmart here in El Paso, and right here, the growing memorial for the victims. Now, this time of year, a Walmart like this can be filled with families looking for back-to-school supplies, and that left them out in the open with little to protect them from the shooter. Shooters predominantly will look for soft targets. A Walmart is obviously one.
Inside Edition security expert Bill Stanton told me that retail giants are easy targets. You can walk right in. Stanton says make a mental note of all the possible hiding spots in case of an emergency. The stockroom is one option.
Full bets are off. You know, it says do not enter. You go in there if you need to get away.
Videos from the Walmart in El Paso show shoppers taking shelter on the floor. But our expert says if you can, better to run.
In Walmart, somebody's got shot. If you could see an active shooter, they could see you. You want to get out of that sight line as soon as possible.
We're learning more about the suspected shooter today. Patrick Crucius has a twin sister and 2 half-brothers. His parents divorced when he was a teenager. His father, John, is a drug counselor and energy healer who posted this video on his YouTube channel earlier this year.
7 years ago, I was a drug addict and alcoholic.
Crucius lived with his grandparents in Allen, Texas, while he attended the local community college. His grandparents spoke out through a family friend.
We are devastated by the events of El Paso and pray for the victims of this tragedy.
Cops say Crucius drove 600 miles across Texas to El Paso, a 10-hour drive. Targeting a Walmart he must have known to be popular with Hispanic shoppers. As others ran, Little League baseball coach Jimmy Villatoro went into the line of fire to save his friends who were in the Walmart parking lot.
I guess adrenaline kicked in. I was just concentrated on the kids.
When the shooter was apprehended, he didn't put up a fight. He was placed in the back of a police car. An eerie calmness in stark contrast to the terror he left in his wake.
Not again. That's what many Americans were thinking, not once, but twice this weekend. And now America's coming together, not only in grief, but also in anger. Megan Alexander with more on that.
Just as long as you stand by me.
Two cities overwhelmed with grief are doing their best to cope. In Dayton, where 9 were slain. And in El Paso, where thousands lit up their cell phones to honor the 22 lives lost in the massacre at Walmart. But there was also anger. The governor of Ohio was drowned out by a crowd chanting, "Do something." Calls for action also came on a soccer field in the nation's capital as soccer star Alejandro Bedoya grabbed a microphone after scoring a goal.
Congress, do something now and gun violence, let's go.
And this was the scene over the weekend when I was asked to announce the first game of the U.S. women's soccer team's victory tour on ESPN2. Please join us for a moment of silence. President Trump addressed the nation, denouncing white supremacy and pushing for deeper background checks.
Mental illness and hatred. Not.
There was this awkward moment when he got the name of the Ohio city wrong.
May God bless the memory of those who perished in Toledo.
You could grab anybody on the streets of the United States and they would know Dayton and El Paso.
Today, this is the haunting scene of the Walmart parking lot in El Paso. So many cars abandoned, left behind by victims and other shoppers fleeing for their lives. It's where we found Democratic presidential candidate Beto O'Rourke, who lives in El Paso.
What's your message to the president? I know he had some strong words that you say really to blame for the things we're seeing here in El Paso.
He's incited racism. He's invited violence. These are the consequences for his actions. And it is upon all of us, Republican, Democrat, Independent alike, to stand up against that. That's the example of El Paso. And that's why I am so proud of this community right now.
Politics aside, the nation can take comfort in the aftermath of these terrible acts of violence as we come together to mourn lives gone too soon.
The fact is, police arrived at the scene of the mass shooting in Dayton just seconds after it began. That's been credited with saving many, many lives. Police were able to take down the gunman quickly, even though he was wearing full body armor. And you may be surprised to learn that tactical gear can be purchased by anyone, even on Amazon.
The gunman who slaughtered 9 people in Dayton was dressed like this when he opened fire, head to toe in black body armor. In the surveillance video released by police, 24-year-old Connor Betts can be seen wearing a bulletproof vest, mask, and ear protection. Body armor is readily available to anyone online. Bulletproof vests go for $185. They're also available at retail stores like this, Blue Line Tactical Supply in Elmsford, New York. This is Inside Edition intern Ben Singer before, and here he is after putting on the body armor. Despite wearing all that tactical gear, Dayton cops swiftly brought Betts down in under 30 seconds.
How is that possible if he was wearing this tactical gear?
Well, I mean, there's a couple things. First of all, this only protects a certain portion of his body. Second of all, we don't know the quality of what he was wearing. My guess is for a young person that was planning on doing something like this, they were buying it from the internet.
Body armor has been used before in other massacres, most notoriously in the movie theater slayings in Aurora, Colorado in 2012 that left 12 people dead. Just last week, the gunman who killed 3 people at the Garlic Festival in California also wore tactical gear. Inside Edition producer Allison Hall asked Blue Line Tactical Supply CEO Ben Rosenshine why individuals outside law enforcement should be allowed to own body armor.
Buying body armor is no different than buying a fire extinguisher. I mean, basically what you've got it there in the hopes that you're never going to use it. It's an insurance policy for honest law-abiding citizens. But almost anything can be used for a nefarious purpose, no matter what it is.
Wow. Today, the death toll for the 2 mass shootings rose to 31. But for the loved ones of those who perished, the number is far more than just this statistic. Here's a look at some of the lives cut short. First off, in Dayton.
Lois Oglesby was a 27-year-old nursing student. She had just returned from maternity leave after giving birth to her second baby last month. Grad student Nicholas Coomer was 25, studying for his master's degree in cancer care. The night of the shooting, he was out with colleagues celebrating the end of his internship program. Logan Turner turned 30 last Tuesday. The machinist was enjoying a night on the town with friends when the gunman opened fire. Logan's mom described him as the world's best son. Thomas McNichols was just 25. He was a father of 4. His family called him TJ. He worked in a factory. On Saturday night, he stopped by his aunt's house to say hello before heading out. At age 57, Derek Fudge was the oldest victim. He was with his son and his son's fiancée when shots rang out. On his Facebook page, he once wrote, "I have a good heart and I love everyone." Beatrice Warren Curtis and Monica Brickhouse were more than best friends. They were like sisters. 38-year-old Sahid Salah was a refugee from Africa. He came to America seeking a new beginning, only to see his life cut short in the massacre. We come now to the youngest victim, Megan Betts, the shooter's 22-year-old kid sister. Here they are in happier times. Did he deliberately target her? Or, like the other victims, was she in the wrong place at the wrong time?
And now those who died in El Paso, a group which includes parents and children excited to be shopping for supplies for the new school year.
At age 15, Javier Rodriguez was one of the youngest victims. He loved playing soccer and was about to enter his sophomore year in high school. Jordan Anchondo was a mom of 3. She was shopping for back-to-school supplies with her husband, Andre, when the barrage of bullets erupted. Jordan made the ultimate sacrifice, shielding her 2-month-old baby from the barrage.
He's alive from the heroics of both his mother and his father that made the ultimate sacrifice.
Now their 3 children are left orphans. David Johnson's last thoughts were to come to the rescue of his wife and 9-year-old granddaughter. He shouted at them to run for their lives, then he was cut down. Army veteran Arturo Benavides was a bus driver with El Paso's public transit system. He was killed at the Walmart self-checkout line. His wife of 30 years was sitting on a bench near the bathroom and lived. At 86, Angelina Inglesby is the oldest victim. The mom of 7 loved her favorite soap opera, General Hospital.
Other victims at the Walmart shooting included 7 Mexican citizens. When we come back, more on the latest mass shootings here in America.
Next, funeral for a Kennedy. Ethel Kennedy's granddaughter is laid to rest. And
the controversial online community connected to 3 mass shootings.
They are a platform for escalating hate, escalating violence.
Plus, the carpenter and his mission. Building white crosses to honor the victims. Sarah, Inside Edition with Deborah Norville. We'll be right back. Feed your imagination. Feed your excitement. Feed your hunger. When heroes get hungry, they get the $12 extra large superhero pizza at Papa John's.
Need durable floors? Right Rug Flooring has the answer. We suggest this excellent luxury vinyl, only $4.95 a square foot installed. Perfect for everyone who calls your house home. Your style at the lowest prices. Right Rug Flooring. Every day, millions of people looking for healthy skin reach for Cetaphil, recommended by dermatologists, awarded by Allure, and most of all, loved by skin. Cetaphil, the cleanser sensitive skin loves.
If you ride, you probably know a lot about your motorcycle.
But when it comes to your accident case, there's a lot you may not know. For over 25 years, my law firm has protected the rights of motorcycle riders. Don't fight the insurance company on your own. Let us fight for you.
My body is truly powerful.
I have the power to lower my blood sugar and A1C.
Because I can still make my own insulin. And Trulicity activates my body to release it, like it's supposed to. Trulicity is for people with type 2 diabetes. It's not insulin. I take it once a week. It starts acting in my body from the first dose.
Trulicity isn't for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it, you or your family have medullary thyroid cancer, or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, or your stomach pain. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with a sulfonylurea or insulin increases low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, belly pain, and decreased appetite, which lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems.
I have it within me to lower my A1C.
Ask your doctor about Trulicity.
America under attack. Next, Inside Edition. First, the massacre in El Paso. Then, Dayton. What's behind the evil? And how did we miss the warning signs? Watch the next Inside Edition.
Just minutes before the suspect opened fire at that Walmart in El Paso, authorities say he posted a disturbing 4-page manifesto on a website called 8chan. That website has become a haven for white supremacists and other hate groups. And now, in the wake of the shooting, even the website's creator, who's no longer involved with the site, says it should be shut down.
20 minutes before the El Paso killing spree, the accused shooter announced his grim intentions on social media. Patricius posted a 4-page anti-immigrant manifesto on the controversial message board 8chan. I have to do this before I lose my nerve, he wrote. This is the third time this year the suspects have used 8chan to post hate-filled manifestos in advance of a mass shooting. The first came in March in the slaughter at a mosque in New Zealand. Then in April, this 60-year-old woman was killed in a shooting at a synagogue outside San Diego. The rabbi was wounded.
8chan is an organization of people coming together to share and vent hate, violence, and radicalization.
This video can help spot a potential shooter before he strikes.
That's what I do.
It shows warning signs to look out for, a fascination with guns, and violent imagery on social media. It was made by Sandy Hook Promise, a nonprofit founded by loved ones of those killed at Sandy Hook Elementary School.
8chan has now been pulled down from the internet, but a spokesperson for the site is vowing to get it back online.
Still to come. Funeral for a Kennedy. Ethel Kennedy's granddaughter is laid to rest. Plus, the carpenter and his mission, building white crosses to honor the victims.
Sarah, Jordan.
Closed caption sponsorship for Inside Edition is brought to you by
Hunt's tomatoes are always steam peeled, never with chemicals like lye that other companies use. Hunt's, it's good to be different.
Stay tuned. There's more Inside Edition to come.
And our adult children are here,
So we save by using Tide.
which means we use less.
3 generations of clothes cleaned in 1 wash.
Anybody see my pants?
#1 stain and odor fighter. #1 trusted. It's got to be Tide.
I love shoes. You find them in the store, you know, they like call you, but they hurt. The best ones hurt the worst. You're walking around going, I don't want anyone to know that I'm not happy. Stuck in the arch supports, and I felt so much better. I say Good Feet helped with all of my great shoes. They turned out to be something that actually works for me. My name is Ava, and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Folks ask me why their dishwasher doesn't get everything clean. And I tell them it may be your detergent. That's why more dishwasher brands recommend Cascade Platinum. It's specially designed with the soaking, scrubbing, and rinsing built right in. Cascade Platinum's unique action packs dissolve quickly to remove stuck-on food or sparkling clean dishes the first time. Choose a detergent that lets your dishwasher do the dishes. Cascade Platinum, the #1 recommended brand in North America.
We're K-12, and we're giving families an online option for public education, where schools provide students with the personalized attention they deserve. Students can thrive, find their passion, and learn in an environment that encourages discovery at their own pace. Whether you're facing a challenge or want to be challenged, K-12 is an online public school option that's tuition-free, and it's available to any kind of student. Whether you're in the heart of the city or the far corner of the state, we'll meet you where you are And together, we'll journey to where you can be. Visit K12.com to learn more. K12, education for anyone.
To be their best, kids need good nutrition and practice. Lots of practice. Get them started right with Carnation Breakfast Essentials. It has protein plus vitamins and minerals to help kids be their best. Carnation Breakfast Essentials.
Electricity powers our lives. It powers ideas. It powers the world around us. But most importantly, it has the power to bring us together. Bonham Electric has served the Miami Valley for over 50 years and is one of the most established electrical contractors in the Dayton area. We offer residential, commercial, and generator services, as well as new construction. So when you need connected, call Bonham Electric, turning on the power.
Today is also a sad day for the Kennedy family, who came together to say a final farewell.
The Kennedy family gathered in Cape Cod today for yet another family funeral. Church bells tolled as the casket of Saoirse Kennedy Hill was carried out of Our Lady of Victory Church. The 22-year-old granddaughter of Senator Robert F. Kennedy died Thursday of a suspected drug overdose at her family's Hyannisport compound. Saoirse's grandmother, 91-year-old Ethel Kennedy, was flanked by loved ones. Saoirse's grieving mother, Courtney Kennedy, broke down in tears after ushering the casket into the hearse. Kennedy cousin Maria Shriver greeted mourners at the door, handing out programs. Also in attendance, Saoirse's uncle Bobby Kennedy Jr., who shared this photo of family gathered around a fire pit over the weekend, sharing memories of yet another young Kennedy gone too soon.
When we come back, honoring the lives lost in the weekend mass shootings.
Closed caption sponsorship for Inside Edition is brought to you by... When you need more confidence, Denture Breath will be the least of your worries, because Polident 4-in-1 cleaning system kills 99.99% of odor-causing bacteria. Polident. Inside Edition brought to you by Repatha. Learn more at repatha.com.
I have heart disease. Watch what I eat, take statins, but still struggle to lower my LDL bad cholesterol, which means a heart attack or stroke could strike without warning, pulling me away from everything that matters most. Because with high bad cholesterol, my risk of a heart attack or stroke is real. Repatha plus a statin seriously lowers bad cholesterol by 63% and significantly drops my risk of having a heart attack or stroke.
Do not take Repatha if you are allergic to it. Repatha can cause serious allergic reactions. Signs include trouble breathing or swallowing of the face. Most common side effects include runny nose, sore throat, common cold symptoms, flu or flu-like symptoms, back pain, high blood sugar, and redness, pain, or bruising at the injection site.
I won't let a heart attack or stroke come between me and everything I love. This is you. Tell your doctor to lower your LDL and reduce your risk with Repatha. Pay per month with a Repatha copay card.
You can't fake the goodness of real strawberries, the crunch of real almonds, how chocolatey chunks taste in cold milk. We keep it real because you can't fake delicious. Special K.
Are you leaving the house like that?
Like what?
Old man elbows? You can thank your father for that. You need Jergens Argan Oil Lotion to soften those suckers up.
I love it. Thanks, Mom.
Okay, Jergens, let your beautiful shine.
Gone but not forgotten. Next.
Travel consideration provided by...
I'm a big kid now.
Big kid now. Went from baby bottles to drinking from sippy cups. Went from wearing diapers to rocking these rap pull-ups. We're 50 million strong, so put on your pull-ups and help us sing this song.
New size fits smaller trainers.
Stay tuned. There's more Inside Edition to come. Tonight at 11 on 2 News.
Running toward the danger, the heroic actions taken moments after the gunfire in the Oregon District, and fighting for change. New tonight, Governor DeWine planning to announce the state's response to the tragedy in Dayton.
Rain chances are rising. I'll tell you when thunderstorms develop.
We're working for you tonight at 11 on 2 News. To help those affected by the tragedy in Dayton, go to WDTN.com and click to donate. We're Dayton Strong. At 2 News, we're working for you.
This baseball season, CareSource salutes our hometown heroes. Each month, we'll pay tribute to one local veteran in a Dayton Dragons game at Fifth Third Field. Each winner will also receive VIP treatment for the night, including pregame activities, seating in a luxury suite at the ballpark, and a special gift. It's the Veteran Salute presented by CareSource, supporting veterans through innovative health and life services programs. Veterans, CareSource salutes you.
If you're injured, you can meet an HMB lawyer for free, even in your home or hospital.
Helping me. That's HMB. Call 888-66-GET-HMB. Horingstein, Nicholson, and Blumenthal.
Finally today, a look at one man's mission to honor those killed in this weekend's mass shooting at the Walmart in El Paso.
A memorial to those lost. And there it is, a white cross. There are 22 crosses in total, all made by Greg Zanis. The carpenter from Chicago has driven across the nation, honoring victims of mass shootings with white crosses.
Now everybody's asking me to do them, and I'm going to do them.
Zanis used his carpentry skills to make his first cross in 1999 after the Columbine School massacre. Now he's come to El Paso.
This is your list of victims from El Paso, right?
The crosses bear the names of those cut down.
Sarah, Jordan, Adolfo.
The families of two victims placed the crosses in makeshift memorials. Each cross is signed, "I love you, Greg Zanis."
Wish we could put Greg out of business, don't you? That's Inside Edition. Thanks for watching.
If your family is anything like this, you need quality floors from Empire Today. Like durable carpet with built-in stain and pet protection. Tough wood laminate with a scratch-resistant finish. Or waterproof Bonaplank floors. Even bath time is no match. And when life happens, Empire backs every floor with great warranty. Quality floors you can count on. That's Empire Today.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today, a vehicle accident can happen in an instant, but the injuries you and your loved ones suffer can last a lifetime. I'm attorney Doug Mann. My firm's been fighting for the rights of injured people for almost 30 years. Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, we can help. Worried about medical bills, lost wages, pain, and suffering? Call 1-800-INJURED and let us fight for you. We'll help you get maximum cash in minimum time. If insurance companies are denying, delaying, or refusing to pay your claim, call 1-800-INJURED today and get the tiger on your side.
The big tent is up and the savings are tremendous during Watson's parking lot sale. Save 60, 70, even 80% off. Millions of dollars of overstocked closeout, floor model, and scratch and dent outdoor furniture. 4-piece seating groups from only $6.99. 5-piece fire pit groups only $7.99. A premium 7-piece cat dining set was $24.99. Blowout priced at just $14.99. Plus, get 12-month special financing during the parking lot sale this weekend, only at Watson's.
The no money down lease at Jeff Weiler Toyota in Springfield.
This is the Jeopardy Team Tournament. Let's meet today's semi-finalists. A senior from Bonita Springs, Florida, Claire Sackett. A junior from Lamar, Missouri, Autumn Shelton. And a senior from Champaign, Illinois, Tim Jones. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. As you know, I've hosted this program for over 34 years now. And you would think that by now I'm used to dealing with very bright people, but I've been blown away by how talented these kids have been in our quarterfinal games. And I hope you've been impressed as well. Today, we welcome back Claire, Autumn, and Tim, and I wish you good luck and put you to work. As you know, the winner of this game comes back to play for $100,000. Here are the categories for the first round of play. You get to deal with these: the Deep South, followed by Me Want Cookie, Medieval Times, Alliteration, Sibling Rivalry, of course. Tim, start.
Let's do rivalry for 400.
Will Wheaton wasn't above lying about his grandma being dead just to win a card game versus Sheldon Cooper on this sitcom. Tim?
What is the Big Bang Theory?
Yes.
What's the medieval times for 600?
Answer. Daily Double. Well, you're finding it when it can't do you as much good as later on, but you can risk up to 1,000. You know that.
I'll do 1,000.
All right, here's the clue. He was born in Mecca around 570 and is still changing history.
Who's Muhammad?
You're right.
Medieval times for 8.
Medications included the blood of these canonized people. Thomas à Becket's was thought extra effective. Claire?
Who are saints?
Yes.
Alliteration for 6.
In May of 2015, Lily Rose Depp had a fancy one of these birthday parties, though she called hers sour. Claire?
What is the sweet 16?
Yep, a sour 16.
Alliteration for 8.
Latin phrase meaning in reverse order or conversely. Tim?
What is vice versa?
That's it.
Medieval times for 1,000.
Named for a pope, these chants were a big hit with Charlemagne. Tim?
What are Gregorian chants?
Correct.
Medieval times for 400.
A 1363 English decree mandated regular practice of this activity. No problem for Merida. Tim?
What is archery?
Good.
Medieval times for 2.
Surrounding defensive feature seen here. In 2010, a 5-year-old was chased into it by ducks and had to be rescued. Tim?
What's a moat?
That's it.
The Deep South for 1,000.
A statue of this Roman god of fire atop a mountain in Birmingham, Alabama, is said to be the world's largest cast iron statue. Claire?
Who is Vulcan?
Good.
Deep South for 8.
A French corruption of a Choctaw word. It's a slow-moving part of a marsh, especially in Louisiana. Autumn.
What's a bayou?
Good.
South 6.
The Fighting Gamecocks Lead the Way is the fight song of this SEC school. Tim?
What is South Carolina?
Good.
Deep South for 400.
These riders traveled on buses to the South and even used restrooms for the opposite race to challenge segregation. Tim?
Who are the Freedom Riders?
You got them.
Deep South for 200.
In 1822, this city succeeded Natchez and Columbia as Mississippi's capital. Autumn.
What's Jackson?
Yes.
Cookie 1,000.
We like that this #1 chocolate chip cookie brand has an exclamation point. Tim?
What is Chips Ahoy?
Yes.
Cookie for 800.
This showman's name is on a brand of animal crackers that date back to 1902. Claire?
What is Ringling?
No.
Barnum?
Autumn.
Who's Barnum?
E.T. Barnum, yes, that's... Hang on just a sec. Takes you to second place, and it takes us into this commercial break.
At Kroger, we've got more ways to save on all the fresh foods you truly crave. Great sales, digital coupons, and fuel points that really add up. At Kroger, saving is easy.
The future of mobility is now and available exclusively at MedMart, so you can regain your independence. Introducing the Will Seat, the most advanced personal mobility device you can own. Getting up from a fall no longer burdens your caregiver when you pick yourself up with IndyLift, the latest innovation from Jazzy Scooters, featuring exclusive zero-turn technology. State-of-the-art equipment from MedMart, so you can.
Welcome to Toyota's National Clearance Event.
Been hearing a lot about some great deals.
Yeah, with the great deals on the last of the 2019s and low APR finance options, it's a win-win.
What about me?
It's a win-win-win.
What about us?
It's a win-win-win. Everybody wins at the National Clearance Event.
Now get $1,250 total cash back on a rugged new 4Runner. Get $3,000 cash back on a stylish and roomy 2019 Highlander. Or get a great low mileage lease for $239 a month.
Save on the last of the 2019s. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Promotional consideration provided by Leaf Filter Gutter Protection, ending gutter cleaning for life.
At Leaf Filter, we're on a never-ending journey to end gutter cleaning
forever. We guarantee you'll never have to clean those nasty gutters again. Everybody okay with that?
Oh, yeah.
Go to getleaffilter.com and save 15%.
Claire Sattler is a senior buff, obviously enjoys music because when you were introduced by John.
So I've been in a lot of musicals in my high school, but one of the more recent ones I did was we did Shrek the Musical, which was super fun, and I was Princess Fiona.
Oh.
So that was really crazy, and I had actually been on the tech crew before at my school musicals, and so I was making sure everyone was using their microphones correctly before the show, and of course, I do a little jump at the end of one of my numbers, and all of a sudden I feel at the back of my dress smash on the ground, and my microphone fell out of the bag, broke on the ground. I was terrified. Thank goodness we managed to sort it all out. I rearranged the microphone schedule so we could all have microphones for the night. And at the end of the show, I found my chemistry teacher and STEM coach in the audience. Thanks, Mr. Prey. Found him in the audience, and we went back to his classroom and soldered the microphone back together for the next night.
Ladies and gentlemen, how does it feel to be part of the Claire Sattler Show? Thank you, Claire. Autumn Shelton from Lamar, Missouri. You did a good deed in an ice storm, and I want to hear about that.
Yeah, so I have a cat named Onyx who likes to climb trees and get lost. And it was, I think, January and February. It was like 20 degrees outside. It was icing and snowing. And she decided to climb up a 20-foot pine tree in our front yard. And I don't know how to climb trees, never had before. But she was up there for 2 hours and she wasn't coming down. So I climbed up 20 feet, got scratched all over my arms, but I got her down one-handedly down the tree.
Good for you. All right. I thank you, and your cat thanks you. Tim, Joe, we don't have time to talk to you. But I do want to hear about this special deal that goes on at your school. It's participatory because students, parents, and teachers get to do what?
Yes, so for 1 week in February, all the classes are taught by students, teachers, parents who want to teach about whatever they want to teach about, like writing rap songs.
And what did you teach?
Quiz Bowl.
Oh,
figures.
Yeah, okay. Autumn, you're in command of the board right now. Let's see if we can clear this board.
Sibling 2.
If you're this type of twin, from the Latin for brother, you and your twin have about half identical DNA. Claire.
What is fraternal?
That's it.
Sibling for 4.
This language of Oslo has a word for one born long after his siblings. Appaklap. Tim.
What is Norwegian?
Good.
Let's do alliteration for 1,000.
Leaving a group of professionals to open your own office is called going into this. It's called going into private practice. Tim, go again.
Let's do rivalry for 200.
Having the high ground was enough, we guess, for Obi-Wan to leave this ex-pal crippled and on fire. Claire.
Who is Anakin Skywalker?
That's it.
Rivalry for 6.
Aaron Boone's playoff home run in 2003 sent the Red Sox home and this historic rival team to the World Series. Tim.
Who are the Yankees?
Yes.
Rivalry for 800.
You will always remember today as the day that you named this captain who took down Barbosa with a single shot in 2003. Claire.
Who is Jack Sparrow?
Correct.
Rivalry for 1,000.
On Elementary, Natalie Dormer had this classic last name as Jamie, a woman who kept even Sherlock Holmes guessing. Claire.
Who was Watson?
No. Who is Moriarty? Back to you, Claire.
Sibling for 1,000.
August 12th is the day to celebrate them, sometimes stereotyped as neglected, resentful victims of birth order. Claire.
Who is the middle child?
Yes.
Sibling for 8.
Galileo's daughters, Virginia and Livia, were sisters in more ways than one, as in 1613 both entered this religious place. Autumn?
What are nuns or nunnery?
Yeah, we'll accept that.
Sibling 6.
Triple rhyme time department for you. Slang for a pal as close as a sibling, or what Joseph is to Reuben in the Bible.
Bro.
Claire?
What is brother from another mother?
Yes, less than a minute now.
Alliteration for 4.
You can wish someone Merry Christmas or be more general and say this. Either way, you're being nice.
Jesus rings.
Autumn.
What is happy holiday?
Good.
Cookie 6.
It calls itself Milk's favorite cookie. Autumn.
What are Oreos?
Yeah.
Cookie 4.
Fig has been added to and dropped from the name of these cookies that were originally only filled with fig jam. Claire.
What are Newtons?
Yes.
Cookie for 2.
The crops produced on this cookie farm include Sausalito, Geneva, and Milano cookies.
Italy.
Tim.
What is Pepperidge Farm?
Yes, and now the last clue in alliteration. 11-year-olds play in this baseball organization.
Little League.
Autumn.
What is Little League?
Yeah. And that puts you into a tie with Claire once again, and it takes us to this commercial break. Double Jeopardy coming up in a moment.
Tonight at 11 on 2 News.
Running toward the danger, the heroic actions taken moments after the gunfire in the Oregon District, and fighting for change. New tonight, Governor DeWine planning to announce the state's response to the tragedy in Dayton.
Rain chances are rising. I'll tell you when thunderstorms develop.
We're working for you tonight at 11 on 2 News. WDTN.com is working for you with all the local news and weather tools you'll need together in one place. Visit WDTN.com. We're working for you. To help those affected by the tragedy in Dayton, go to WDTN.com and click to donate. We're Dayton Strong. At 2 News, we're working for you.
Instead of going to school every morning, what if school could come to you? Because learning happens anywhere and everywhere. K-12 powered schools provide a tuition-free, full-time, online public school education. It's public school at home. K-12 curriculum is designed to engage students, to challenge them. So visit K12.com today. Tuition free in Ohio.
World-class heart care is closer than you think. My heart was failing. No one else could figure out what was wrong with me. And Cleveland Clinic is the one that saved my life. When you choose Cleveland Clinic, you'll get the nation's #1 heart program 25 years in a row.
Meeting the surgeon, understanding everything that was going to happen was a tremendous.
You'll have a team specialized in the most complex heart cases, with an unparalleled record of successful treatment and access to the most advanced heart technology. It's wonderful that Cleveland Clinic is on the cutting edge of all this. They're there to find the problem and to fix it so that you have a quality of life again. If you or a loved one have a heart condition or need a second opinion, call us today, 888-678-0131. Cleveland Clinic. Every life deserves world-class care.
Closed captioning sponsored in part by New News in Psychology and Small Gold, so you can lose weight and keep it off for good.
With my diet, I've been on the roller coaster for years. But I found something new. It's called New. It's a totally personalized program that uses psychology and small goals to change your habits.
So that you can lose the weight and keep it off for good.
Time for Double Jeopardy. Although Claire and Autumn are tied at 3,800, Autumn picks first from these categories. We're dealing with young people in books, understanding money, that's important, bodies of water, on vinyl, hey, notable African Americans, and will come up in each correct response. Autumn.
Book 1600.
Georgia Nicholson, the teenage Bridget Jones, has many diary entries about this. British for kissing or making out.
Snogging. What is snogging?
Good.
Books for 2000.
The boy and his dad, the man, navigate a terrible world in this novel by Cormac McCarthy. Autumn?
What's the road?
That's it.
Book 12.
Orlando teen Finn and his friends are the heroes of this Ridley Pearson series that ends
The Outsiders.
with The Insider.
The Outsiders.
That would be Kingdom Keepers. Autumn, back to you.
Book 8.
In a book series by Rick Riordan, this main character joins the Olympians and also attends a summer camp for demigods. Tim?
Who's Percy Jackson?
Yes.
Let's go to notable African Americans for 1600.
The first African American Secretary of State. He passed the baton to another, Condoleezza Rice.
Colin Powell.
Who is Powell?
Colin Powell, correct.
African Americans for 2000.
Among this educator's many books is Up from Slavery, his autobiography, published in 1901. Claire?
Who is W.E.B. Du Bois?
No.
Frederick Douglass.
Who is Washington?
Booker T. Washington,
Shit.
yes.
Book 4.
In a 2008 updating, this fairy tale girl escapes her tower
Rapunzel.
and uses her long hair like a lasso to fight evildoers. Claire?
Who is Rapunzel?
Good.
Vinyl for 2.
U.S. vinyl record sales rose every year from 2006 to 2016. Number one in 2016 was this band's Blurry Face. Claire.
What is 21 Pilots?
That's it.
Vinyl for 16.
Maker of these machines that spun a vinyl record when you inserted a coin. Claire.
What is a jukebox?
Good.
Vinyl for 12.
A poll named the best vinyl cover art of 2017 as RTJ3.